vote for? Let me ask you a question. Would you vote for?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm going to just be real honest with this. She's a black woman.
Yeah.
Because they skin folk, not Kim folk.
I think it goes back to what somebody was saying, where it's not voting for someone, but majority will vote for somebody else just
Hold on. Let me mind this out.
I think majority.
Is it only because she a black woman?
Yeah.
Do you not see how that's a bad idea?
Elaborate.
Okay, so we're in 3 proxy wars with some of the most powerful leaders in the world. She failed at the border, in which we have an estimation of 15 to 20 million people illegally into this country. That is literally overtaking and bankrupting Chicago to the tune of over $400 million per year, and they're in a deficit. Oakland is going out of business. San Francisco ditto. California, $65 billion deficit. New York, they're literally cutting trash, in which they are the rattiest, dirtiest city, and they've taken up resources as far as free healthcare, free hotels to the tune of $600 a day. They're literally taking over your schools. Your taxpayer dollars are going to fund the migrant crisis. She was supposed to be in charge of this. We have a failing economy. Every single day I see people getting on the internet talking about $30 an hour is the new minimum wage, because inflation is fucking out of control. At one point, it was at almost 10%, depending on what city that you in. She has no policy, no record to stand on. One of the biggest things that she did in her career was lock up more black men than ever before. But we sitting here and vote her in office on identity politics. The very person that she was under as far as the president of the United States of America, she called him racist during a debate, which shows you how fake she is. And the only thing that we can stand on from a policy perspective is whether or not she's black and she's a woman. We did that during the Obama administration, and he didn't do anything for black people. As a matter of fact, y'all complain because the only person that he did, or the only group of people that he really stood for, is the alphabet community, and that's his landmark thing that he's still standing on today. So the only thing that we have to stand on is identity politics. That shit didn't work with Tiffany Henyard in Dayton, Illinois. It didn't work with Karen Bass. It didn't work with Lori Lightfoot in Chicago. It didn't work with Brandon Johnson that then took over her position in Chicago. It didn't work with Andre Dickens in Atlanta. It didn't work with Eric Adams in New York. It doesn't work across the country. Every single Democratic city is a hellhole. And we sitting here talking about identity politics?
So I want to say something to every single person who's considering voting for Kamala Harris or who is a Democrat. There will never be unity in this country if y'all continue doing this shit. Because just yesterday, leftist rioters destroyed national monuments and statues, destroyed Washington Square. They burned the national American flag less than a mile away from the Capitol building. Then they circled around police officers. They circled around a few lone police officers and they beat the shit out of them. Took turns assaulting them. And in less than 24 hours, all charges dropped. It's not the first time this has happened. This has happened dozens of times now. And they're going to keep doing it again and again and again. So let me get this straight. Leftists can just go out. Democrats can just go out and commit every single crime in front of the fucking Capitol building dozens of times. On video, dozens of times. Assault the police dozens of times. Damn near destroying every statue, every monument this country has. And no punishment? And no punishment at all. As a matter of fact, in under 24 hours, in less than 24 hours, all charges dropped. Meanwhile, if you're a Republican, and if you're pro-life, and you're at an abortion clinic, and if you're praying, these motherfuckers with Kamala Harris and her Department of Justice will throw you behind bars for 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. For praying, for singing, for holding hands, they'll throw you in prison for up to a decade. If you're at the Capitol building 4 years ago, whatever it was, 3.5 years, 4 years ago, if you're at the Capitol building, just standing inside the building, or you try to go inside the building, or if you're just there on the grounds, these motherfuckers, these fucking tyrants, with Kamala Harris's Department of Justice, that bitch-ass dictator she is, they try to throw you in prison for a decade or longer. For the equivalent of jaywalking, they destroy Republicans' lives. So yeah, there's not gonna be any unity with you fucking Democrats if y'all keep doing this shit. Talking about, oh, let's come together. Fuck you. Fuck you. You wanna go? Have some honor and go toe to toe. Have some honor and call us out and say, hey, let's meet up in a field and let's duke it out. Let's shoot it out. Have some honor and say something like that. Instead, you fucking Gestapo, Nazi, communist pieces of shit use the government to come after people because you're cowards. Fucking cowards. You don't have the balls to face us like men with some integrity. That's what the fuck you are. Bunch of bitches.
I appreciate the World Economic Forum providing me the opportunity to be on this stage and say, fuck you, Klaus Schwab, and fuck your New World Order. We, the people, were born free. We will stay free. And you and all of your globalist friends, including everyone in this room, can go fuck yourself.